back to my channel. I'm Simply Native and thank you for joining me today. We are going to try on some winged liner stamps. Now, if you are wing challenged like I am wing challenged like no other. It's crazy. I can't get a wing to go straight or evenly on both eyes for the life of me. So let's get started on this. It's going to be kind of like a wear test review. I'm probably going to update you on how it's wearing, whether or not it irritates my eyes, because I have very sensitive eyes. There's a lot of things that bother me, including glitter, eyeliner, mascara, and sometimes I wish I knew what it was that irritated my eyes so much, but it's not just one thing. I know that because I can use even the cleanest of the clean brands and they still will irritate my eyes. So let's try this out. It's by Method Beauty and it is 2 of these winged liner stamps. And if you look at the liner stamp, you can see the little curve on it and there's a little end. So this end will, be this part here towards the inside of the eye. And then on the other end is the actual liner. And I have been really excited to try this because I've been wanting to wear a wing. I just don't have the time to spend on trying to get the wings exactly right. So let's go ahead and try this one on. I am just kind of nervous because I don't want to mess up my makeup. I've worked on my makeup for about an hour this morning and watching Netflix and doing my makeup at the same time, which makes it not go so fast, to be honest. So, all right, I'm gonna just apply the liner first, and then I am going to do the stamp. All right, guys, video editing Lisa here. I realized after my intro, I had a mishap with my microphone and it fell off the clip and it's on the floor for the next couple of minutes. So I am doing a voiceover. And so as you can see here, there is a bit of skippiness, I guess you could call it. Not very smooth application. And I don't know if that had to do with the glitter eyeshadow or not, but it was not the smoothest eyeliner. And now I am really trying to figure out the perfect placement for this liner. It really is a learning curve still with the placement because you're not exactly sure where to place the wing or where you should place the wing stamp because it's, all in learning how this little pen works. And now I am applying some more liner to connect the wing and fill in some gaps. And as you can see, the wing turns out pretty nice. The liner, however, is still very thick and kind of skippy. So now I feel like this looks pretty good and I am satisfied enough to move on to the next eye, and I start to apply the liner to the lid. But first my cap gets stuck inside the lid and yeah, I'm gonna have to glue that basically. And so now, as you can see, the liner is going on pretty smooth with that particular take. You can see it's looking pretty good and it's nice and thin. And so now I'm going to go ahead and start trying to place this wing. This was my biggest challenge, was doing my other eye, and it usually is I can do one eye really nice with the wing, and the second eye, the wing turns out to be just a horrendous mess. Too high, too low, too thick, too long. So that's why I really wanted to try these little stamps. I thought it would be a really great tool to have, and I think I look really nice in winged liner. So now I am moving to the pen and connecting the wing to the liner and also filling in some gaps and smoothing out the line. As you can see, the line is, getting as thick as the other one on the other eye. And now I'm trying to kind of, make everything cohesive, make the left eye match the right eye. And it gets to be a little bit frustrating So I'm going back and forth and back and forth. And finally, I eventually moved to trying to fix this off camera. And I do that right about now. All right, so I finished up my eyeliner. I was able to fix it. Actually, I didn't have to futz with this one at all. So that's good. It did turn out a little thicker than I thought it would, or that I was planning for it to turn out, but that doesn't mean it's bad, I guess. The most important thing about this is probably just getting used to where to place it. Now, if I play with this some more and I decide that I'm a real fan of it, I will absolutely update the comments or update the description and let you know what I think of it. I was able to fix this with just a little bit of concealer. I took a concealer brush and just went underneath and kind of cut it across this way, and it was very easily fixed. I'm not a huge fan of the actual liner itself, like the fat liner, mainly because it is very thick, and maybe that's why it turned out so thick on the lids as well. I mean, it makes sense, right? So I just took some of my Stila Stay All Day, and I was able to just fill in any gaps. And the reason that I'm saying fill in any gaps, because you know how when you drag something across your eye, you get the skips. I was able to kind of smooth it out with that Stila. But I also have very like shimmery, a little bit glittery eyeshadow on. So when you know you have a good liner, it'll go over that kind of makeup regardless, and it'll go over that fine, but this one didn't, so I had to fix it up. I'm going to try it with a matte eyeshadow look once and see how it turns out with that, because I have a feeling it's going to turn out amazing. It just didn't go over the glitter as great as I wanted to. Maybe because it's just not a very wet formula. Like the ink inside of this pen is not super wet. So maybe that's a good thing if you have watery eyes. I'm hoping that this lasts throughout the day for me. It's very hot outside. I'm going to have to run around today and do some shopping, and hopefully when I check in, it'll still look fine, crossing my fingers. So I also threw on some liner on my waterline, on my top line. So I tight lined up there, and then I tight lined my rims, and I just did like a purple liner there just to bring out my hazel eyes a little bit. So I'm going to go throughout my day, and I'll bring you along a couple times. I'll check in at the end of the night and see how this wore. I'm hoping that it wears really well, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, so I'm checking in, and it's kind of a gloomy day out. It's not raining, and it is a little bit warm, but not as warm as I thought it was going to be. But so far, so good. I am really loving the way that this actually looks. And considering that I only had to futz with it a little bit, I think I'm gonna keep using it and trying it, and I will keep you guys updated. I will check in again a little bit later. I'm about to head into Ulta to see if they have anything new and exciting out there. I'm really looking for one specific thing that I want to do a video for. So yeah, that's it, guys. I'm gonna check in with you a little bit later, and I'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, last check-in. Looks like the liner is holding up really well. No transfer at all. Super matte, looks great. So I think this might be approved at this point, even though we had some mishaps. Yeah, I think I'm liking it. I just wanted to show you the last check-in. It's been on for about, I don't know, what time is it? What time is it? It's been on for about 6 hours, and keep in mind I have very oily eyelids, so I usually have some sort of transfer when it comes to liquid liner, and I literally have no transfer. So yeah, it's looking really good. So definitely approved, and thanks a lot for joining me today, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks guys, bye!